Guys, welcome back. So, I said in the previous vids, and again, I don't know what order I release the vids in. I film it, I do my filling of the tags and everything, and when I get the chance, I slowly start to release. Why? Because in between these vids, I have a ton of client work that I'm always busy with, and I have a life I try to live. And for those who ever wondered, yes, I have kids, so I'm pretty damn busy. So, this spell is specifically, the name gives it away, get your ex back spell. So it's for those who want their ex back, okay? And if you ever find yourself in a situation, by the way, where your ex really fucked you up, really fucked you up, and you don't want them back, you can still give me a shout. There are many other options we can do, guys. But a simple get your ex back spell, it's very effective. The materials I know for a fact vibrate at the correct frequency for exes. It's all up to your intent and your willpower and your manifestation abilities now, okay? And I encourage you, the more vids of mine you watch and you take note of it and even take notes, the greater your understanding of magic gets. Okay, so this spell you can do either on your own. If you've watched my recent vids like that I'm shooting today, it's been all about spell work basically. So at least watch those, it gives you an understanding. And I believe firmly the more you know, the more you understand, the better you are at whatever you're doing. Because knowledge is power, it truly is. So you don't need a lot of materials for this, right? But get them done correctly. Before I share this with you guys, all I ask is if you like the vid, like it, share the vids, please, subscribe, help me get the knowledge out there. I know for a fact there are lots of people out there who are really hurting, looking for help, and they're looking sometimes in the conventional places and they don't get the help. I know here where I am, we pay literally thousands of rands, that's hundreds of dollars to those who work in dollars, to maybe see a psychologist for an hour. They never fucking really help. And so forth and so forth and so forth. You know, sometimes you can't wait for karma, then you come to me, we speed things up for you, okay? Sometimes you can't wait for love, you come to me, I'll help. So you need help in any form of spell work, guys, from love work, love binding, getting your ex back, prosperity, court case spells, you name it, tarot readings, I'm your man. And again, if you watch my vids, you will see I know what I'm talking about. And another way to know you can't trust someone else out there is first, if they're not sharing knowledge with you, you don't see their vids, them genuinely speaking and sharing vids and information. They're genuinely talking shit. Like I've got a lot of guys I've come across that jump on my vids and advertise themselves. Say, yeah, it pissed me off. I never reply. I don't have time for that. That's a dead giveaway. They are just catching on shit. They don't really know what they're doing. So I hope these vids also make you feel comfortable with me, even though you just see me on screen, that I'm a pretty honest guy, you know, and I will help you in any way I can. We will have discussions, see what the situation is, and I'll diagnose my best course of action, okay? So, for something for you to practice yourself, though, if you don't want to hire me or someone else, get your X-Pack spell. You need a few materials. I'm going to show you the first one. You're going to need a jar about this size. The reason I'm showing this jar is because I want it to be very clear. It can be bigger than this, it really can. So, I don't know if you can see it carefully, right? So in this jar, I have very fertile soil in there, and attached to it, I still have the roots of the grass and herbs where I dug it out from. I grow it myself, so I know it's fertile. Okay, so in this jar, you've got fertile soil. Make sure you bloody got the roots in there, plus the herb itself and the grass. On top of that, it's a bring your ex back spell. You can put a picture of your ex in there or both of you. I sometimes do both. Behind each picture, write the full name and date of birth of the person. Put it on top of the sand, fold it up. You can even add another small piece of paper on there of so and so will return to me. And be specific. Say now. Say now. And on top of that, I cover that with honey. Okay, so you've got your jar of growth and sweetness basically. So keep that. This is going to go in the middle of your plate. So you've got your jar that I just showed you an example of now, okay? You're going to get 2 red candles on either side of this jar. One is scribed with your name. The other one is scribed with the ex's name. Each candle, rub up, embalm with olive oil or eucalyptus oil. If you want to, you can adorn it with dry mixed herbs. That is more than okay. What is more important though, once the candle is embalmed, I want each candle to be roped up, twined up a bit with either black string, black twine or black ribbon. It can be like a ruler and a half length. You just tie it on there, make sure it's nice and neat, cut it off on each side so it's not, overly exposed. And on each one, you put the appropriate picks. By your candle, you put your pick next to it, you put your excess pick next to the other candle, or you pin it to the candle. I like to, especially for lovely turn spells, pin it to the candles and face them into each other. So they're not facing away, because even that sends a message out there in the universe. Face them in, okay? Behind each pick, do the same thing. DOB, names, blah, 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 blah. The more information you put out there, guys, I promise you it fucking works, because you're sending the energy signature and intent out all the time. So they're facing each other, and in the middle is this jar of sweetness and growth. One more candle now. Another red candle on top of the jar. On this red candle, you scribe both your names, olive oil, and you wrap that with red string or red ribbon. Okay, you don't need any picks on that if you want to. That's it for the materials. And then also to enhance it, if you write a petition plus your mental visualization and you're working on the spell, it's an extra, how do you say now, like, it's extra ammunition that you put in your arsenal. So write a petition. Again, I haven't mentioned any use of entity in here, but if you want to, you write the petition to the entity. You put the entity's details and candles behind the spell. Okay, if you want vids on that, I have done vids on that. Again, if you want me to do the actual work for you, because it's what I do, then hit me up. I'll definitely get back to you guys, and I'll do the spell to you with all my knowledge, my willpower, and intent. So if you're doing it on your own, you've got the two candles facing each other with the picks, the growth jar, the sweetening growth jar, the candle in the middle with both names. Your petition there very clearly stating who you are, where you are, what you want, who you want back, and how sweet and amazing it's going to be. Again, like I've shared in the other vids recently and vids before, you close the eyes, get in that state. That state is super important. Like I said in many vids, I chant before I get into that state. For a good few minutes, deep as I'm super calm. Nothing is distracting me. My mind is where I want it to be. My vibration is where I want it to be. Now it's my intent. I always keep my hands out. And even now, sharing the video with you guys, my hands have already got that feeling of each hand weighs like fucking 5 kilos, it's like what, 3-4 pounds, and it feels magnetic because I'm so used to working with these energies. So you want that feeling in your hands, and you start bringing everything together. You close your eyes, the materials are there. Firstly, see it for what it is, the materials, and then see what every material is representing: the growth, the sweetness, the binding, the return, the person. You bring the materials together. You slowly start to see it as you and the X coming together, and you see that growth. You see yourselves at that restaurant together. You see yourselves walking in that park at the cinema together, holding hands. All that shit that you want, you see it until your hands almost touch. Don't quite touch. Bring it out again. Do it another 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Will it in. If you are not tired at this point, and your hands are not extremely heavy and magnetic, you're not doing it correctly. You're either not in the right state of mind, you are distracted, possibly too depressed, many reasons, then it's not working. Your hands have got to be extremely heavy, extremely magnetic, and you got to see things very clear. And by the time you're done, you should be extremely drained. And guys, I'm not just saying this for the sake of sales, but that is why I charge what I charge. And I personally don't think I charge fucking extraordinary rates. I really don't. I charge because besides being my living, it is extremely taxing work. I personally work this about 3 to 4 days, and I encourage you guys to do the same thing. Again, once you finish working and you feel that drainage and you feel that power manifesting there, snuff the candles out. Again, you can even use something like this, empty it out obviously, snuff the candle out, don't blow it out. Blowing out the candle with your breath is an indication that you're cancelling it, you're ending it. You don't want to do that unless you want to end it. Only on the 3rd day, you let it burn out completely. If you guys need any more helps or tips or full-on service from me, guys, I've definitely got your back, and can make your desires come to reality. Till next time, guys, cheers.